Are we feeling a little groovier yet today? I'm feeling just a little bit groovier. Just enough that I was groovy enough to turn on the camera. I've shuffled and I drew one card from the Earth Warrior Oracle deck, Earth Warrior Oracle deck. And I'm going to read this card and then I'm going to talk a little bit about um, where we're at and just see if you're vibing with that. And yeah, but this card actually is very timely for at least for me. So, and I feel like we're connected. I am you, you are me, we are one. Yeah, no? Well, yeah, yeah. Come on, you'll get it. Um, you'll get it. We'll feel it. We'll vibe on it. Did I say that? Is that cool to say vibe? Is vibe almost done? You know, like remember everything was extreme. X this, X that, and then X is gone, and I don't know. There's always trendy things. Okay. This lady, I shuffled the deck. She came out on top. It was 108 when I said that. That's the numbers. If you want numbers, that is the ultimate number, right? 108 from Lost. Anyway, they ended up not mattering. Okay, so this one is called Mayu. And I don't know if this is this particular goddess, earth warrior, or if it's this idea of Mayu. So let's read this. And it says, Soma from the galactic heart. Actually, let me show you. Soma from the galactic heart. So I remember Soma was in the book Brave New World. And I feel like it was a drug they took, a little pill that was just kind of like made them all feel good. Is that right? It's been a long time since I read that. But Soma almost sounds like mana. Okay, ready? Divine mother's milk flowing from the cosmic goddess is nourishing your soul, and you are growing spiritually. We needed to hear this, right? An expansion of your horizons, clarification of your spiritual purpose, and fuller embracing of your sacred responsibilities are naturally taking place as a consequence of this nutritive divine empowerment. This is an oracle of happiness, manifestation, and grace. Align with your heart truth and set your intention to evolve, expand, and express it. Cast your net wider, embrace greater possibilities. The universe is providing all that is needed for an elevated expression of your purest purpose. You are profoundly supported and you shall thrive. Oh man, this is very, very timely. Very, very timely. Where did they say in this purpose? An expansion of your horizons, clarification of your spiritual purpose, clarification of your spiritual purpose, and fuller embracing of your sacred responsibilities. And that's naturally happening. It's naturally happening. And that's kind of what I want to talk about is my purpose. So if you're new to the channel, welcome. I am Trip. This is Real Nature Trip. I usually do tarot. I don't have my tarot poster behind me. It's sitting right over there. I've got a new angle in my house so I could show off this closet door that my niece painted me for me. I said, hey, I got a boring corner. Could you paint me something on this door? Maybe a jungle theme. And I was thinking giraffe or elephant. And she painted this cool thing with this panther kind of hiding in there. And yeah, it's cute. And then this is a desk that was going to get thrown away. And I had a cute little desk lamp thing. And I go, I got a cutout here for it. It's perfect. And now I keep my tarot cards on there. Yeah, it's a real deal. And then I've adjusted the blinds so we can see out and the neighbors can't see in from their upstairs window and see what I'm doing because, you know, come on. It's a little silly, this whole thing. Glasses? No glasses. Well, I don't have to read anymore. Yesterday I talked about feeling funky and not groovy and like not wanting to read cards if I'm not feeling that flow. I'm feeling a little more flowy today. So we just dipped our toe into the pool. But there was an influx of about 40 new people lately. So we just hit 200, and then in this last month, boom. So there are new people. Um, the goal of this whole channel is, well, the overarching goal is alignment, and spiritual alignment with what I'm supposed to be doing, what the universe, the creator, God, the collective, whatever you want to call it. We know there's something, we know the thing, but we don't know what to call it. We don't know what it really is. We make up these things, have been told these things. And so one of my goals is personally to like take away any of the stories I know, and especially when I start feeling trapped or judged by it or anything, it's like, dude, those are old, yucky ways to look at things. Anyway, um, so I feel like doing this is within alignment of what I'm being asked to do, and I talk a lot about the healing stuff and spiritual stuff. Uh, and I'm just a novice at this. I'm just a guy who's going through it, just like you. Like if you're finding my channel and you're watching my stuff, if you're watching to this minute, that you're going through it. You figured out. Wow, you've maybe seen a glimpse beyond this regular life. Maybe you've seen more. Maybe you've heard words. Maybe you've seen pictures. Maybe you've just got senses and feelings. Um, yeah, but well, I don't know the whole picture. I don't know all the picture, and I'm not gonna. There was a time where I was trying to know the picture, right? Like I want to know what I'm getting into if I'm gonna get into something. But I I've seen enough where I don't need to know, and I know now I don't need to know everything. Okay, so that being said, some of the other things I'm working on. So this channel is letting you know you're loved, uh, you know, working with you while we're on this path. Like I've gotten so much out of the comments on this channel. Um, I hope, I hope that I've given as much as I've gotten. Let's just say it that way. Um, and it's going to progress. Like we're evolving, we're figuring it out, we're getting closer to the core, to the source, to the heart. And yeah, so the overall mission is the love and the healing, and the seeing God in each other, and the realizing what we are. And then and I'm reading a book right now that is kind of that next level of, now let's connect. And so eventually, like, I don't know, let's see if we can get there. Oh my gosh. So oh, sorry, I just kicked the chair that's holding the camera. I got excited and I started expanding. See, I'm listening to you, Card. I've started expanding. My arms and legs are flailing. Okay, get serious, Trip. Get real serious. Um, so I'm now trying to see God in everybody, everything, every living being, everything we see. Yesterday, I had a wonderful stimulus pop up. A coach came. We hosted the pole vault part of today's district meet yesterday because they don't have pole vault over there. I'm in a very small school, and so this coach from another school came, and she was complaining about her school and the ride over and da 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 and this and that. And ooh, there's a spider crawling fast up my door. Oh, now down. Um, what happened? Oh, she was just upset. I don't even know if upset. Just bam, 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 bam. And I've known her for a while, and um, she's all right. She's that way, kind of. And then we're having nice chit chat, and then as I'm getting everything ready, and then she notices one thing is not there, and it is a legal requirement, but I feel like it is unsafe, so I don't usually keep it out. But we have it, and I never looked for it because I don't like them. These things, they're called box collars. They make it really hard to put the pole in, make it harder. Sorry, and they freak some kids out, and I don't feel like that they add much safety. So I suppose, I mean, I almost hit my head on the back of one of those things, the back of my head on one of those things when I was young. So it could save a life. So, all right. Anyway, she was gonna petition, and she was just like riled up, and I was like, I went into the storage area, found it, brought it out. Not a big deal, but I was like, she added a level of tension. And then throughout the meet, she started talking about, how good an athlete she was and how good a coach she was. Maybe half a dozen times something popped out. And towards the end, she was like, I told you I was a good coach or something. And I was like, well, I know you're a good coach. So I realized, oh my gosh, this woman, she's carrying a lot of wounds and hasn't investigated any of it. And oh my God. So like I became very tender to her. And I realized all that gruffness and whatever and the complaining, it's all her defenses. And I could see it clearly. And I softened so much. I mean, not right away. I didn't soften right away because I was reacting to her energy, She just brought in that woof. But I think I did a good job. I think you'd be proud of me. All right. Um, but then the final piece for me is when you do all this healing and the alchemizing and everything, you're taking this negative stuff that is in your head that you're saying about yourself, and you go, why am I saying that? Da, 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 until you get down to the core, and it's like, that thing is false. I am a perfectly valuable, lovable person as much and as exactly as much as every single other person. And I am worthy of love and deserving of love. Oh man. So that's that alchemizing part. And we figure out when we do this, like where those voices came from. Well, that was Becky in 3rd grade who said that other girl's hair was gross and my hair looked like that. And so now I feel bad, And so like it can come from 3rd grade. It can come from mom and dad and siblings, it can come from snotty cousins, and it can come from everywhere, just the news and the magazines and the ads. Like plenty of messages telling you you're not worthy, whatever. And we figure it out. And then oh my gosh, I'm losing my track here, but I'm gonna get back. So there's this thing that I've been doing, especially the last year and a half, called alchemizing. That's the common term, where you're turning these negative feelings. You're just stripping away all the junk until you realize that was nothing. It was a paper tiger. It was absolutely nothing. I mean, you know where it's from and whatever. And so this taking the negative and turning it and finding out it's really nothing, you're okay, you're beautiful, you're positive, has been really great. In fact, like getting rid of just feeling bad, like it helps you feel better. And to me there's a little bit of avoidance in there, like, oh, I'm feeling a negative thing, let's I'm okay, like, because I don't like depression. That was a thing in my early life. It's been about 15 years since I had any major bout, but that last real bad bout, back when I was 40, made me realize that, it was okay to feel feelings, but not take that second step, because there is no second step. Like if it was a big dark hole, you can take one step into the hole. There is a step there. Feel that feeling, but you can't take that second step because there's no second step, and you just drop. You just start falling down the dark hole. If you've dealt with good depression, you know what I'm talking about. And maybe you've felt it worse. Like there's no first step, you just fall right in. For me personally, I realized I can take one step, feel the feeling, and then I've got to get back out. And I think that's caused me to go a little overboard and ignore weird little feelings. And I've talked about this in some of the readings. Like I've come into a room, an empty room, maybe sunlight coming through, whatever, and I'll just get this like lonely, depressed feeling of like, this is just sad. This is sorrow. Like sorrow is the word. Excuse me, I got an itchy nose. All right. Did it squeak? I could hear it squeak when I did this. I hope you didn't hear it squeak. I hope you did, actually. That would be so funny. Okay, so if we're all connected, though, and if it's possible that we could talk to each other somehow, and it's all open, it's all on the table, then we could also, I think, feel feelings. And I'm thinking maybe this random feeling, and it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. Maybe it's from a past life of mine. That was actually my first thought, months and months and months ago. Like, because it felt like so 60s, 70s, something. I'm like, maybe that's a past life. Maybe it's somebody else feeling that way right now, and or somebody that I know, or somebody that's felt this way, and I've never acknowledged it, and I've never given it any cuddles or anything. So now I'm like, well, let's take that feeling, and let's I don't like to say honor it. Let's feel it. Let's just feel the feeling and give it its full due. And in that, while you're doing that and feeling that feeling, give it a hug and a kiss. Treat it like a little baby, treat it like a little hurt baby. And there, it's gonna be okay, and see the hurt for what it is. Like, with the grown-up perspective for the little baby, we can see that scrape. We know it hurts, but it's gonna be okay. We know the healing process, and we know it's not life-threatening, right? We don't see blood spurting out, or anything like that. So, so that's what I'm trying to do with these feelings, in case they are more than just mine. So if it's mine, I want to take care of it too. But if it's not mine, I want my vision is that I love it back to being okay, and somebody else on the other end just kind of feels better, feels a little bit more peaceful, feels a little bit more joy and love, So that's the way I'm going to be operating. I'm going to be seeing God in every single one of us and treating us thus. And excuse me, confirmation burp. Can't get any better confirmation on anything than that. I mean, not the burp part, but what I was confirming. That's what I'd like to confirm. And then feel those feelings and take care of them and nurture, like bring them back to okay. It's okay. It's okay. So if that's my little inner child, I'm gonna do it. And if it's your inner child, I'm gonna do it for you too. And that's where I'm at now. Okay? And I feel like that's gonna be valuable to you. If you're listening this far to this weird thing, then it's gotta also be valuable to you. And I think that's all I got to say. I think I'll be back to cards probably tomorrow, and regular reads and regular humor. I like to put the light in enlightenment. I'm going to use that line more often. I want to put the put your two eyes on high vibe, because there's an I in high and an I in vibe. Put your two eyes on high vibe. Nah, I don't know. Anyway, yeah. So the bad jokes will still be there. The full authenticity will still be there. And what I feel and know at every day will be there. And I will try not to project anything I don't know, because I'm bad at that. And I will, and I'll just keep on loving you. All right, I'll talk to you later. Bye.